Welcome back to some more battles. We are in the Open Great League, and let's see what team we're going to be trying out. We have the Talonflame paired with the Gastrodon and the Primeape in the back. Interesting lead here. We are going to face the Marowak, and we're going to fire off this fly. And we have to make a decision. Are we going to shield here or let this go? We decide to shield, and it ends up being the Bone Club bait. They get to another move here. We're going to shield the Rock Slide correctly. And now we can potentially win this with another fly. Let's see, they shield. They decide to let it go. And now we have the alignment. We're going to go into our Primeape here. Primeape is going to have to tank a move. Aquatail is released, and it looks like they revealed their superior, but this superior is not going to appreciate this ice punch. Huge ice punch. Now we're going to get to another ice punch. It will get the KO or get the shield and decide to let it go. And Shadow Drapion will not like seeing our backline. We wait the time just in case we need to switch out. They fire off this crunch. And now we're just going to chunk away. We tried to get out of there, but it doesn't matter because this crunch is going to use up all their energy. And then we're going to have Talonflame to clean up. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with the Gastrodon and then the Talonflame. So we kind of have a very fluid team, as Talonflame is paired up very well with the Gastrodon, and then the Primeape is very, very flexible. Against a Wheezing lead here, interesting, they're staying in. So they reveal that they have Sludge. We are going to have to fire off this fly. Huge damage goes through and decide to let it go. They come back in here with the Golisopod. And we're just going to have to let this go, because we really only have one answer to this Golisopod. This Primeape here is going to be able to reach this Rage Fist, chip away at the health. And do we survive one of these moves? We're deciding to let it go. We barely don't survive, but then we switch out into our Gastrodon, and it gets met with a Shadow Cacturn. Shadow Cacturn dealing a lot of neutral fast move pressure. They go for the Trailblaze. We have to shield that. We're going to go for this Body Slam. They decide to shield, but they have 2 shields remaining, so they're just going to 2-shield their way through this matchup. Yeah, the Talonflame, unfortunately, was much more valuable in the back. But against that Wheezing lead, I mean, we had a great matchup as well. Okay, next we got the we got the Talonflame with the non-Shadow Wheezing, and they're going to go and fire off this Sludge early. So we're just going to fire off this fly. Interesting, they're staying in again. They decided to let it go, and they reveal their Blastoise. So we are going to play this out. They are going to throw a move here. We can survive this. But it potentially is a Skull Bash. So Skull Bash shielded is going to help us survive all the remaining moves. Our opponent is going to come in with their last, and it ends up being the Shadow Ursaring. This thing is very spammy. Our opponent here does go for close combat, and it does KO, and now they're debuffed, and we know they still have that Wheezing, so we can come back in here with our Gastrodon. We shield here because they still have that Wheezing. We're going to farm that down, and down goes their team. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with our Gastrodon. The interesting core from their side being Wheezing and the Ursaring, just spamming a ton of moves. Okay, next we're going to have Talonflame versus the Primeape. So Primeape is going to be quite interesting. They go for the move. Rage Fist can be tanked, and now we're going to apply the pressure. We're going to go for this fly here, and this will get the shield. and they're still staying in. So they're trying to are they trying to two shield through this matchup? I don't have to fire off another fly here. This will get the shield or the KO. There is the second shield, so they really don't want to see this Talonflame in the back, huh? Close combat is used. We survive, or sorry, we shield it and we incinerate down, and we're gonna save that energy for something else because it feels like they don't want to see that Talonflame. This Primeape here does a chunk of damage towards his Dusclops. Shadow Punch is used, and now we're just gonna try to get to another Rage Fist, but our opponent does get to another move. What do we think is in the back at this point? Maybe another Ghost type? So we're going to go into this Gastrodon here, and we're going to try our best to get as much energy as possible. Ice Punch is used here, and okay, ends up being a Sand Slash. So this is going to be no bueno for our opponent. Huge Earth Power goes through, and that is why they did not want to see that Talonflame. Talonflame ended up being a pretty good core breaker for that team. We are going to be able to have this Earth Power go through and take out the Dusclops. So GG's for our opponent. Able to win that game basically with our pressure of Gastrodon, but kind of being aware that this Talonflame possibly could be better for later on. Okay, we got the Diggersby here. They swap out into their Malamar. So Malamar, we don't have a super great answer to. So we are going to play this one out. We have the energy advantage, and we're gonna fire off this fly. It will get the shield. Let's see if we decide to shield this one. We shield this one so that we can get to at least one more Incinerate. But we take the Incinerate and snipe their energy. Okay, we have this Azu to deal with now. This Azu versus our Primeape is going to be favorable for our Azu because they do have that shield, but we chip them far enough. Oh, they go for Ice Beam. Interesting. Ice Beam is going to chip away at us, but they do catch the Rage Fist onto the Diggersby. We have energy on our Talonflame here, and it's probably best to use here. Huge Brave Bird goes through, and then we're going to switch into our Diggersby. Diggersby is going to have to tank. We switch into our Gastrodon, and it's going to have to tank the move, and then they swap out into their Azu. We fire up the Earth Power. No debuff is initiated, and our opponent does get to a move here. This move will go for Ice Beam and takes us out. No way we are able to farm this down, so GG's to our opponent. Check out the team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.